I have read James chapter 4, and there's a lot of message in there. There's one topic that discusses about causes of division, and there's another one that discusses about being humble. There's another which speaks about do not speak evil of one another. And what struck me the most is this warning against presumption. And it's quite lengthy, and it says, "Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go into such and such a town, spend a year there doing business, and make a profit. You have no idea what your life will be like tomorrow. You are a puff of smoke that appears briefly and then disappears. Instead, you should say, if the Lord wills it, we shall live to do this or that." So, this is really important to me because I am a software engineer. I build software, and it's quite tedious. I build, especially when building enterprise, wherein there's a lot more entails than just building software for internal tools in a company. So what that means is it involves a lot of planning. So from the requirements, we gather the requirements and then discuss what are the limitations, what are the assumptions, what are the use cases, what are the edge cases. So we plan a lot of things, document it, write it down, and things can happen so fast. So the engineers tend to think of ways how to prevent what things can happen. In other words, engineers will plan so that the software will be successful. Now, thinking about that, most of us would apply those skills to the daily life, especially me. I make plans, I make assumptions, but the other day I had a discussion with my wife that actually none of our plans came true. Either we are led to a direction that we don't like, but in the end, we think, oh, this is even way better than what we planned originally. Now, in the past, well, when I was still young, I do plan, then turn that plan into reality. And I think that was true because I was doing it alone. But when it involves a lot of people, frustrations come in. There would be arguments because my plan was not materialized because the other person is thinking the other way. Now, I'm only talking about two people involved. And what happens if there are three? What happens if there are four? What happens if there are 5 or 10 or a whole lot more? So that's why I say it's really difficult. And if we actually stick to the plan without adjusting, without realizing what's happening in real time, then there will be a lot of frustrations. And I think this chapter 4, especially the warning against presumption, is a great help for me. The word is, if the Lord wills it, we shall live to do this or that. And I think this is greatly connected. This is connected to the message, seek God first in everything that we do. So thinking about plans, when I was younger, I used to plan and then do. And then when it does not work, then I start praying. And moving forward, I think the best way that I need to do is to pray first and then do. So I think this is connected to this. We pray, and if the Lord wills it, then I shall do this or that. I heard a podcast, and it says people complain because God is not listening to them. And the podcaster said, "Did you ask God to be involved in the planning?" And I think that also struck me because we don't. I don't. And moving forward, I should be conscious. It's a conscious effort for me, and I think it's the best practice for me to move forward. And I think with this lesson, I would be very excited because it's no longer me. It's no longer me and my wife, but God is there, which is quite exciting, huh? I wonder what would be the outcome if God is part of the planning. Yeah, it excites me. I'm having goosebumps right now. As I mentioned, I'm building a startup, and it's not really easy, but I think it makes life easier if we involve God in the planning. So I shall say this: if the Lord wills it, we shall live to do this or that. If this resonates with you, please like and subscribe and share, and have a great day.